Alright, so, today's video, we are watching a Gold 4 Tracer, Pharah, Mei, Sombra. Quite the hero pool, right? So basically, this game is one of those games, and you've seen it a lot during Ranked, in which you get into a game, and the range of the lobby is a lot. This one apparently has a gold to diamond range, so all over the place. The person we're watching, they were not, like, nervous, but, like, they didn't know what to do when they saw that 2 players had the GM competitive title. So apparently some players also had the GM title, etc. We'll see how they play, how it goes, and we'll go from there. Also, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the YouTube if you haven't, if you're watching. Also, leave a comment. What are some heroes you want to see? There you go. I've been talking about that recently. What are some heroes you want to see on the Spectating series? Leave that in the comments. Because if you comment, then that's good, I think. Here we go. They're currently in, like... I think they said they're, like, on their... They started in silver on their climb. Using their cooldowns pretty early. So one thing that you did there, and I think some Tracers do this, is, like, you don't think about, okay, can I escape this way and make a play? So the issue you made there, at least in my opinion watching that, was that you thought you could, like, just get away with using your recall in the middle of the team, but they're going to see that. So use that extra blink just to get out of there, and it's going to be a much safer play. And then immediately, you switch to Pharah. Pharah's been interesting this season. I don't know what to... How has Pharah been in your games, chat? Like, what has been, like, the... Because I know that Pharah was an issue in Overwatch since, like, Season 1 of Overwatch 1, where, like, just Pharah will dominate some lobbies. I also love how you roll the Zen. So, like, the idea behind the Pharah change was to make it so Pharah was still good, but didn't pop off in, like, bronze as much anymore. And from what I'm seeing in chat, it sounds like they reached their goal. So you either have, like, a good Pharah on your team or somebody who just sits on the ground the whole time and gets rolled. It seems kind of be the where that's been fixed a little bit. Now, I imagine you went Pharah right away because you saw they had a Reaper. Is that why, or is it just a comfort pick? Because, like, I look at their comp and I'm like, you need to be good with her now? Okay, that makes sense. Ooh, what a hook. Yeah, it's interesting watching the fuel management now, because, like, for anybody who doesn't know much about the rework, like, you notice how the fuel doesn't, like, regen in the air, so you can't just sit there and, like, tap the button and, like, have, like, this infinite amount of fuel? The way it works now is when you're in the air, it just, like, it doesn't regen the fuel, right? So remember how, like, years ago they made the change on Pharah where you could, like, sit on a roof? Nice help. Good play. Where you could, like, sit on a roof and then regen that, and they got rid of that. It's like the same type of interaction now, except there's no roof and just you're in the air, right? I thought that was a pretty good Pharah ult. I think in those situations, like, going for the trades is okay. Unfortunately, your team is just not going to be there. Wow, that was a Reaper ult decision. That was certainly a play by their Reaper. Wow. Wonderful play. Just wonderful. Am I a treadmill? Yeah. Trying it out. See how it goes. I guess, like, if I'll be honest with you here, because you were kind of asking, like, and you wanted people to see how you did in this lobby, etc. I feel like, personally, I don't even know why you went the Pharah swap on the second. And on third, it's probably going to be even worse. So something that can be really helpful for you here is recognizing, like, where each heroes are strong at each point. Pharah will struggle here because, like, you're not able to do that spam as much as you normally can. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's, like, a Pharah player who's like, no, Navani third point's my favorite. But you pretty much have to make plays like this, which, I mean, hey, that's a good play. But can you sustain making this play over and over again is the question. Ooh, be careful. Only 8 more seconds in that hog ult. Oh, I was afraid the hog ult was going to run out there. That would have been concerning, right? Sometimes, like, I'll be watching someone go against a hog ult, and I'll be like, oh, wait, is it over? Nope, it's 20 seconds long. So yeah, from a hero swap point of view, I feel like you might have just, like... Now, chat's gonna laugh at me when I say this. Also, I just hit 1.69 miles on the treadmill here. Chat will probably laugh at me a little bit when I say this, but, like, you don't have to immediately swap a hero if you get rolled on the first team fight. Now, sometimes I do that as Diva, because I know that the comp they're going against, it makes sense to make that swap. So I'll switch to Diva, because the matchup to me is better. But when I see your swap to Pharah, I go, well, what is the reason behind that? And if, like, your argument is, oh, they have a hog? Like, well, if you're switching Pharah because you see a hog, then I would be happy with that every time on the other team. Obviously, it was a Reaper, but, like, I still feel like, I don't know. We'll see. I'll see how this attack goes. Now you're on Mei. And if you ask me why are they on Mei here, I have no idea. I'm not saying you can't play Mei here. It's just like, is there a reason as to go on Mei? I think right now you're in that spot where you're just like, you looked at the other team, you saw the range of the game, you saw that some of them had the GM title, and now you're trying to like perfect just by going 20 different heroes. Also, great Mei wall though. Honestly, never mind. With a Mei wall like that, there's no way that, okay, I was gonna say, imagine that Hog actually survived that. Wait, maybe I'm wrong? Maybe Mei was the play. Am I on a treadmill? Yeah. I got one recently, so I'm recording videos while on a walking treadmill. Isn't this great? Being efficient, you know? Nice shot. But after one lost team fight, you can just try again. Well, I think Tracer's also good. So, like, me seeing Tracer there, I'm a little bit biased, I'd say. I'm like, oh, I see a Tracer. You know, Tracer's good. Like, really good. Okay, maybe I underestimated the Mei pick here. Maybe I underestimated the Mei pick, because this is about to be an amazing ultimate. Plus, you're making the Hog have no fun, which I think some people in chat will be like, you know what? I like this pick. Hey, maybe I was wrong. So far, so good. I'll go back on that hero swap here. I think your Mei swap ended up being good, and what you're doing is you're now challenging the other team to make a swap. You know what I'm saying? And I guess sometimes, like, I don't look at it that way. Where, like, sometimes if you make a hero swap, like Mei, you're challenging the other team to now make a swap, otherwise they won't have fun against your comp, right? So what could they go to? Not Hog Reaper. We'll see. Hog will definitely stay Hog. That Hog is going to play Hog the whole game. Here we go. I'm ready. It's time.
I'm actually on fire.
Mei's on fire, because they said they're on fire. Remember when they didn't have that system and they brought it back? Haley, thanks for the 3 months of tier. Thank you, appreciate it. Glad you enjoy. Let's go.
Love the streams, you put out great content.
This might be a... What do you have all wise? Yeah, you're gonna lose this. You ever notice that most Hog players have a Kiriko on their team so they can just do the Hog Kiriko ultimate over and over again? And like there's nothing you can do against that combo, which in hindsight's okay. Like the other day, I saw a Nano Blade combo and the Genji almost got on the limb, right? So that's pretty OP if you ask me. Good wall, very good wall. You basically place them into one part of the map. Now if your teammates can react to that. Wait. Said grab dragon? You want to hear a joke? You ever seen the grab pulse bomb combo nowadays? And I know this isn't a hot take. I'm pretty sure a Yari's ultimate is a 10 times better version of what pulse bomb is. Yo, this Reaper must have a setting on that if they get to third point, they have to use their ultimate regardless of what happens. Because remember they did that also on the other side too? Where the Reaper just went in and ulted for no reason? They've decided that on third point, they're going to do that. Your Tracer actually got 3 with Grav Pulse yesterday? Yeah, but that's because I think the Kiriko's monitor turned off. On the other team. Yeah, the Reaper swapped, which, like I said, like, your Mei pick, while on paper I don't look at that and go, oh, this is going to dominate in the comp. What it does is it really does challenge the other team. They have to swap to something else, right? And that's not a bad thing. Like, if you can get people to swap heroes, it just depends how effective you are in those heroes. I will say, out of the 3 heroes we watch from you, the 5 seconds of Tracer gameplay where you stop playing Tracer immediately, and then the Pharah play, Mei seems to be one of your stronger hero picks right now. And Mei also can play well into these type of like rush-based comps. Like if you can't dive, and like dive is the idea of like getting to their back line, creating space, making a play, right? So if you can't make that play with your team, why not go a hero like Mei? Your team gets to play that ground-based team comp they want to play. You're not going to be the only one diving. It's a good swap on paper. Now it's on the other team to make those either counter plays correctly or swap. So, I hope they never fix the Hog Ragdoll. Or the one where like it's like the Hog just spins like a billion times. You know, there's some bugs that like you just kind of hope they never fix, right? And no, we're not talking about Doomfist bugs. We're talking about, like, ragdoll bugs. You know what I mean? Also, we're not going to talk about you just losing a 1v1 to a Moira. Do we all just want to pretend we didn't see that 1v1? I'm down. Want to know why? Because we've all been there. We have all been there, so if we sit there and laugh at that, we have all lost a 1v1 to a Moira like that. I've done that before. Straight up, I have lost 1v1s to Moira. Oh, not you? I'm sure of it, yep. Interesting window. It makes sense. Take the corner. Don't be afraid to use your Mei ult. One thing I always talk about is using your ults. I know that everybody's surprised here. I like how you just had a front row seat to that D.Va ult. Wait a second. This is actually going to go in your favor. Did I just hear a cleanse? Or was that your teammate's cleanse? What are they doing now? Wait a second. Mei wall, Mei wall, Mei wall! Oh! That would have actually worked if they didn't shoot early. It would have lifted them up. Wait, there it is! Use your ult! Don't be afraid! This is your timing! Wait a second. Well, that was enjoyable to watch, right? There's just something about when you get a good Mei ult off and you just sit there and get to watch them do that. Isn't that great? And off of Mei. Which, I mean, this goes back to what I said. They made one hero swap. The Reaper gets more value now as Cassidy. So now you're on Sombra. Now, what is your goal with Sombra? Here's my question. Because I look at their team comp. I would say you're probably doing the right play of just pressuring their backline. Apparently shooting 3 pop shots at their Kiriko gets them to use their ultimate. So you did a good job. You said you lost a 1v1 to a Baby D.Va? I mean, I 1v1 as people as Baby D.Va all the time. It's the hitbox. Wait a second. Can you clutch this in time to finish with time? Don't be afraid to shoot at that Tracer. I know you're trying to just hack them. But, like, you probably can get that elim on them after they use that. Most of your elims as Baby D.Va? I mean, I have a lot of practice on it. Wait, are you going to clutch this with time and win this game? Wait, there's no way. Oh my. Chat, you need to see this timing. Look at this. 1.7 seconds. So to give you an idea, because they finished with time, that gives them a minute on the clock to do something. Can you believe that? So they've given themselves an opportunity, and you're on Mei again, which shouldn't be too bad. That's why it's always important. If you finish with time, whether it's 0.1, gives you a chance to win. Now, whether or not you'll win this game, we'll find out, but I will say, if my one thing of advice for you is, based off of your description, it sounds like you got into this game, saw that people had GM titles, and then you were like, you were so concerned about them having that GM title that you almost kind of like didn't play your game because you were so worried about that. My take is this. If you get into a lobby like that, just focus on good positioning, and you'll start to see that you can play well. Because positioning is generally what you see. Obviously mechanics too, but like positioning, especially when you're in like this gold diamond range, will be your #1 key to being able to win, in my opinion. Had block there? Yeah, I mean, that's a hindsight play. Obviously use block there, but at the same time, it looks like your team's gonna get rolled. So. All right, well, there you go. We'll see what happens next here. Wait, maybe you survive. Yep, oh yeah. Maybe you win this right here. You get enough percentage to win. Nope. All right, what is your defense hero gonna be? Mei again? Okay. Opposite play to make. Ooh, nice shot. Come on, you got this. Oh, that's just like a, oh no, the cleanse! Don't you love the random Kiriko cleanse that like you'll watch their point of view and they just wanted to hit the button and it just saves everybody? How often do you go against a Kiriko and you watch them randomly use cleanse and save somebody when they didn't even mean to? That, you know what? You know what's even worse than that? When BAP uses self-heal for themselves and burst heal somebody nearby on accident. Those are my favorite. You ever have those? The random burst heal from like, oh, I love those. But yeah, I would say, when you get into a game like this, don't like focus on, oh, one of them has a GM title. Focus on just like, this is my strong suit. These are the heroes I play. These are the heroes I'm good at. Let me play that hero, give it some time, see how it goes. Mei, you stayed on Mei for a while, we saw a lot of value. Tracer, Pharah, you got rolled. But, like, I think you could have stayed on Tracer. When you get into a game where you look at those titles, just try to be like, okay, it's fine. They're still in this gold diamond game that we're in, and matchmaking's going to... ranked has changed a bit now, so you might see that a little bit in certain ranks. Do that, I think you'll be in a good spot. If you don't do that, then, like, you'll just end up playing, like, this hero roulette mystery hero style, and that's how you fall behind in ultimates. Even if you're getting value on that hero, sometimes ultimates make or break a game. And if you're constantly swapping heroes, you may not get those ultimates as frequently as the other team. So, do that. I think you'll be in a better spot. You said you went from silver and you've been on a climb. I think you can continue climbing. I think you can do it. You just got to kind of focus on that a little bit more. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button. Subscribe to all 3 YouTubes if you haven't. If you want to submit your own spectator, look in the description below. You'll see my Discord right there. If you join my Discord, you can submit there. We record these live on stream. You can see the Twitch chat below the webcam. We have a lot of fun here. Stop by if you haven't. With that being said, I hope you have an amazing day/night.